What do you mean it's 4 days of CES? I'm not doing a 4th day of CES, isn't it? You guys, you're having me on, aren't you? There's no 4th day. Hi everybody, I'm Electric Richard and this is my 3rd and final report from CES. Now there's so much stuff at CES that I could do 1,000 of these videos and never cover it all. So this 3rd video is really a roundup of all the little things I've seen along the way, things that will drib and drab through the shops in the coming year, and you may notice them, you may not. Your friends might buy one, they probably won't. That are worth looking at, worth maybe you'll go online and do some more research on each individual item and think, oh, I'll keep my eyes out for that when it hits the shops. So without further ado, tablets. Yes, there's quite a lot of tablets coming out at the moment. That's because Apple, since they brought theirs out, have created an enormous market for tablets. Of course, we all know that Apple didn't invent the tablet. That was really, well, that was kind of Microsoft who did that, sort of. But since then, since the iPad came out, they've really kind of shoehorned open the market, and now everyone's getting on it. Everyone. Companies like Gigabyte, Asus, Lenovo, Polaroid. Yes, Polaroid have a tablet coming out, Android-based that is, and some company called eFun. Never heard of eFun, but again, Android-based. You know, Android are doing really well out of CES this year, really well. eFun also brought out a pen. No, not a pen, but a pen, small a, capital P, small e, small n. It's a device which gives your Windows 8 computer kind of a touchscreen slash motion control sort of vibe to it. It's a bit sluggish, I'm told, but it exists, so there you go. Panasonic. Panasonic are busy making still plasma screen televisions. What is this, 2008? They have brought out bone conducting headphones. Now, these are headphones that sit around about here on your skull and mean that you can listen to something perfectly, have music going through your entire head while still using your ears for important things like traffic and your family talking to you, which is usually a bit boring, but what can you do? People have asked me before, hey Rich, I need headphones when I'm on my bicycle or my longboard or skateboard or running down the street so I can listen to my music and still hear what's going on around me. How can I do that? And I say, don't wear headphones and listen to music when you get in. You don't have to listen to it when you're out and about. You're in a dangerous street area. Be more vigilant. Be a better pedestrian. Be a better member of the public. Don't just insist your music has to be blaring through your ears every single second of the time, like it's the most important. So I say to them, bone conducting headphones. Until now, the main companies to bring them out have been small companies you've never heard of. This is, as far as I can see, the first time a major company like Panasonic have bothered to enter that market. So I'm assuming these will be better than some of the other ones that are already on the market. So I'm looking forward to trying them out myself on my bones. Netflix was showing off some wares. Netflix, of course, arguably the leader in streaming video, comic books and television shows. Yes, comic books, look it up, across the internet. They were showing off some of their 3D capabilities. They're going to be streaming 3D films soon. And there was hints of a 4K service, although that didn't really, there's not much to look at there. But interesting that they're trying to do some 4K. Although what bothers me with 4K is bandwidth. As I mentioned before in Electric Richard, there's a bandwidth issue happening on planet Earth. We just don't have the space anymore to broadcast all this stuff to every device that wants to have stuff broadcast to it. And HD is already taxing that, as well as gaming and various other services. So 4K is almost like 4 to 8 times the size of HD, depending on what kind of signal you're looking for. So what are we going to do about that? How are we going to get our head around that? And now some cell companies or mobile phone companies are offering unlimited data on pay-as-you-go services. What are they? Where do they think this bandwidth comes from? Cameras. As with most CESs, a lot of the main camera companies are using this convention, this show, to update their entire line of idiot-proof cameras, and by idiot-proof I mean compact cameras. So you've got your Panasonic, Olympus, Sony, Fujifilm, Nikon, Canon, Samsung, Sigma, Pentax, and probably a few others, all bringing out new smaller form cameras, which I guess will look not too dissimilar to the previous incarnation or generation of cameras, but will have better software in there for things like stabilization, maybe wide, doing panoramic pictures, or stitching pictures together, or uploading things straight to Facebook, or putting geotags on them. All that kind of stuff, I think. Nothing really special. I doubt that the image processing will be improved, because to get a really decent image out of a camera, you need an enormous cell in the back of it that picks up all the light. And they are expensive. And as I said before, the Canon EOS range is probably best for that. So yeah. And there were no major DSLR announcements at at CES this year, so let's move on. Lots and lots and lots of smartphones. Oh, smartphones. Sony, LG, they're trying to get on the market now, of course, Samsung, and so many Chinese companies I've never heard of. My head spins. So, I don't know, I mean, noises like that, just more noises like. For some reason, there was a lot of health technology at CES this year. Basically, like I said before, it's technology with an RFID chip slammed inside, which then tells you how you're doing as you use it. So like a smart fork will buzz when it tells you you're eating too fast. I'll tell it when I'm eating too fast, okay? I don't need a fork to tell me when I'm eating too fast. Things like the Fitbit Flex is a band, sort of a band you wear on your arm, like those Livestrong kind of things. $100. They again, RFID tag tells you, you know, where you've been running, how much calories you've been burning, all this kind of stuff, and then puts it all into data on the computer, which you can then maybe tweet to someone or just tell someone about, or use to your own advantage to become a fitter, healthier, better person. Or you can do what everybody else does, spend $100, wear it for a couple of months, and then get bored of it because you don't really use it to its full extent because you've already got a system in place about, you know, how you look after yourself, and then you've wasted $100. So that's probably more likely how it's going to get used. 3D printing. Oh yes, 3D printing, that's not going anywhere. A new 3D printer. There's actually quite a few at CES, but one of the ones that caught my eye was the CubeX. It's an enormous machine which it prints 3D objects like other 3D printers do, I suppose. But this one I like because it had multi-colors. It had more than one color, and that's a bit of a change to the old thing. 3D printing is interesting because it's going to come on leaps and bounds in the next maybe 10 years or so. At the moment, it's still quite basic, but I'm looking forward to having one. I'm looking forward to buying one and just creating crap, random rubbish. I can then go, here you go, here's a model of my index finger. Happy birthday. Although it is $4,000, so. And there was more in-car car tech at CES, like I said at the first video. Let's see, Chevrolet MyLink, that's the second generation of that. It was on display. Garmin, I think they used to do sat-nav stuff, and the Ford AppLink. They all do pretty much the same thing, which is to stream stuff to your car, like maybe radio stations, maybe TV shows, video games, so you can crash more easily, and things like Twitter, Facebook, and maybe stats for your car, diagnosis for your car. Just basically in-car tech, basic stuff, the kind of thing your phone can do, but in your car. So, like cameras, the main electronic firms always take the opportunity at CES to upgrade their entire line of basic tech. So things like televisions, not 4K, just the basic HD. I would have thought HD would be basic. iPod docks, hi-fi, speakers, monitors, all the usual stuff. They've all been evolved slightly from last year's incarnations. And those are the kind of things that we in the UK can expect to see in the shops probably by Christmas. But really, the main thing to look out for is when all this stuff hits the shops. That's when I'll take a closer look at it. At the moment, it's just kind of a dangling the carrot in front of our face while we drool. Whew, and there we have it. That's CES for another year gone. Yeah. I guess the next thing to look forward to is IFA, the European tech show, which happens in Berlin in in 2013, I forget, I think it's June. Is it June? No, April, or March. And if you want to know where all the gaming announcements are, the gaming technology, you're going to have to wait for something else. That's wait for, what was it called again? The Tokyo Game Show, E3, which is the Electronic Entertainment Expo, and very possibly the Game Developers Conference. Those are the ones to look out for new console announcements, and we're expecting a few this year. Things like PS4, Xbox 360 Mark II, I guess that's 720, and the Wii U 2. Okay, there is no Wii U 2, it's just the Wii U's already out, that's already out. I just thought I'd put that in there. I have been and always shall be Electric Richard. Thank you very much for watching. This has been my CES roundup for 2013. Hopefully I'll actually get to go to CES next year. Hopefully they'll send me over there, that'll be nice, and I could do live reports from the show floor. In the meantime, please subscribe, please send me a tweet, let me know what you think of my glasses. Do you like my glasses? And let me know any of that stuff in there that I've already mentioned that you really want to get your hands on. Personally, I'm looking forward to the augmented reality glasses, although I'd like to see them integrated to normal glasses, like these ones, so that I don't have to wear them over it for the scratch lenses and that. Glasses manufacturers, if you're out there listening to this, please talk to people like Google and other companies who are making augmented reality things. and get them built into normal glasses. That's the kind of updates to glasses I'd like to see. So enough about glasses. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.